Hi. Welcome to the Ball and Breakfast Podcast. My name is Gio. We're back to review week 12 of the Barclays Premier League. Gonna give you that rundown, gonna give you that insight to what I saw and how I feel about the week 12. Let's get it on, people. All right, starting with Wolves 2-1 over Tottenham Hotspur. In Jamaica, we have a saying, when you dig in a grave, you better dig two. One for me, one for you. And I was very happy last week when I saw Romero red card, when I saw Mickey Shitten hamstring injury. And some people might say I am a heartless guy and I shouldn't wish harm on others. No, he's not dying, but the injury doesn't hurt me. I am happy to see the back of Mickey Van Den Ven because he was playing good for Spurs. And he basically said no to Liverpool, so he can kiss my ass. Anyways, they went down to the Wolves. And they started off well. I was actually quite distressed. Kuliklevsky, deflection, sloppy, 1-0 goal. And then I saw a Son going through. Bam. Thought it was 2-0. But then, VAR comes to the rescue again. Offside. No goal. And it really looked like a shithouse performance from Wolves. It was like a gum-filled wolf. No teeth to the wolf. Until the last 6 minutes of the game. Pablo Sarabia. Listen, one of the goals of the season so far, control with the right thigh, don't let the ball drop. Bam on the ball, on the volley. Absolute golazo. And then the man who I've been clamoring to my Liverpool group for us to sign, Mario Lemina, finishes the job 2-1 to the Wolves. And I was happy. Happy. So, anyways, Spurs drop points as I expected, based on all the injuries from Matters, the red cards, all of that good stuff. And really, right now, they peaked at week 8. It's downhill from here. By the time people like Van Den Ven come back, who really is the standout player for them, I don't really even think it's too much. I would even give more credit to Van Den Ven now that I've seen the effects of him not being there. They're in trouble. And I love seeing them in trouble. Anyhow, moving on. Manchester United won versus Luton. Um, just a battle of two horrible teams. Uh, I mean, I really couldn't talk shit because actually this game kind of offended me because after drawing with Luton, as a Liverpool fan, I was kind of distressed. I wanted Luton to kind of do a job to kind of ease the pain on the fact that we drew with Luton Town, which to me is just absolutely dreadful. I can't believe that we drew with Luton Town. Darwin Nunes, sometimes I want to plunk you in your goddamn head. Salah, guys, missing goals. Jota, 1 week you're great, next week you're shit. All of you guys really need some consistency from you guys. But anyhow, going back to Manchester United playing Luton Town, really nothing in it, just a dead ass, robotic, nasty game. I never saw anything that, you know what I mean, really would say to me, oh, well, fantastic. Manchester United had a performance. It's a 1-0 scrappy goal. Hoyland again. I think it's 0-8, 0-9. No Premier League goals. Just an absolute atrocious signing so far. Rasmus Hoyland is a bust. I'm going to say it from now. 75 million. You guys were quick to call, man. You're just a shit. Andy Carroll, well, my baller is the best minutes per goal ratio in the world. Know yourself. Darwin Nunes, know yourself. Don't ever talk shit about my baller again. You shithouse Man U fans. And so we move on to the Arsenal game. Arsenal winning 3-1 to Burnley. Now, standard performance. I don't know when Vincent Company is going to learn just to lock the shop and learn that you're managing Burnley. Like he's managing himself. I think he's just trying to play a style of football that somebody will ultimately offer him a job and then he can leave Burnley to a higher standard to a higher level of team because you have to be somewhat realistic with the options that your players provide you and this expansive football in Premier League with that team, it's just not working. Downside is Fabio Vieira did get a red card. I think that's a miss because he was a top performer. Now you're going to end up probably have to playing Kai Havertz a little bit more. And that's always a downer for Arsenal fans. After that, we move to Bournemouth. Now, injuries piling up, guys. Injuries piling up, guys. Bournemouth 2, Dominic Solanke, ex Liverpool man. Just had to say that again. Dominic Solanke helping the Reds. Gotta love it. 2 over Newcastle. They are struggling without Alexander Isak and Sandro Tonali. I mean, alongside the plethora of other injuries, Dan Burn is a big loss for them as well. Just an all-around awful performance. We saw Trippier getting it in with the Newcastle fans. Don't think that's captain type behavior because even though you have injuries and yes, the fans should somewhat understand where you're coming from. I mean, really and truly, they paid their money. They went down to Bournemouth, and you guys gave them a crap ass performance. So they have all rights to kind of complain. Moving on, Aston Villa. I really do believe that Aston Villa is going to be the pain in the ass of the season. Thank God we beat them already at home. But they have been doing very, very well. Very, very, very well. Have to shout out Ollie Watkins, not a one season wonder, showing his class and qualities this season as they beat Fulham 3-1. Raul Jimenez getting on the score sheet. But Fulham really has been underwhelming. I expected Fulham to be far better than they have. They really are missing Mitrovic. And I mean, Saudi messing up a lot of things. Looks like João Palhinha is leaving for Bayern in either January or summer. They're trying to screw up our Liverpool transfer of Andre. Don't think it's going to happen. Think we're going to get the young lad from Fluminense as well as the centre back from Corinthians, but that's something else to talk about. We're going forward. Brighton won. Sheffield United won. Again, inconsistencies based on the quality of player. Adingra with an amazing, amazing goal. Sheffield United fights back, gets the point. Big point for them considering that they're going to be in this relegation battle. Also considering that Everton has this 10-point deduction. I mean, it really is going to be a fight to see who can come out of the relegation race towards the end of the season. West Ham 3, Nottingham Forest 2. Just an open, wild, bouncy game full of mistakes. It really wasn't quality. Lucas Paqueta, Suchek coming with the save. Got a shout out on 1 year as an ex-Liverpool player, even though he never played a minute for us. Still trekking on well. Actually think that he's actually a pretty good striker. So shout out to West Ham. Very good 3 points for them at home to Nottingham Forest. Then we go to my team. I was a tad bit worried about my team against Brentford. Brentford is such a traditionally very defensively sound, sturdy, physical team. But we dealt with them quite well. Thought a standout performance from Darwin Nunes, as I always do. You know, I might be a little bit biased to my baller, but I think a standout performance for him because the 2 goals disallowed, his work rate was unbelievable, which Clapper reiterated after in the post-match press conference. And I think overall, I think Darwin Nunes came in here into Liverpool as somewhat of a pace and power player. And I'm seeing a little bit of Roberto Firmino in him, not in necessarily the panache in how he plays. It's not as tidy. But when you're seeing him giving reverse passes into Salah and Salah executing the finish with absolute perfection, it does make you pause. It gives you cause to pause. Cause to pause, people. And so Darwin Nunes, assists on the board. Salah scoring. What a run for Mohamed Salah right now. Brilliant form. And then we saw Diogo Jota with the icing on the cake for the 3rd goal. What a strike. Right now, I must tell you, Diogo Jota, I mean, based on form, is a top 10 forward in the world right now. I don't think anybody can necessarily object to that one. Um, Scoring at will almost every week. But very happy with the 3 points. The overall performance was brilliant. Thought Cody Gakpo deserved particular commendations, as well as Wataru Endo. It was a pretty tidy game. Never thought that we lost the midfield battle. I think with Maka in there recently, we've been losing the midfield battle because I like a bit of pace and power hasn't been in the midfield. So I have to give massive, major credit to the likes of Wataru and Gakpo alongside Costa Simicas. I give him a hard time all the time because he's really. I mean, it's very rare that he has a day that I'm actually impressed. But 2 assists on the day, have to give him his props. Fantastic day for him. Um, what's the other game? And finishing it off with the game of the weekend: Man City 4, Chelsea 4. I mean, what can I say? Amazing game. If I had to give the game a titling, I would say Sterling strikes back because he was just the lily amongst the thorns. He was playing in a game that he was playing a quality of football that was absolutely brilliant. But that's the flair part of it. The person that I was most impressed with, the person that has gotten so much stick for so long from Chelsea fans, and it's because he's English and he doesn't come with the flair, but the work rate and the results is just always there from him. Conor Gallagher. You can't beat City without pace and power and tenacity, and he was tenacious. Old school Chelsea, amazing. I mean, end to end football, the rain, I mean, Rodri sliding. I thought that was the end of it, and then bow, the cherry on the cake. Cold, ice cold Palmer. Man, the poise on this young lad. Coley to score the penalty against his former club. It really was a hey, this is what you're missing moment. I mean, the brand of football on the day was brilliant. I think it will go down as a Premier League classic. Are Chelsea back? I don't think so. I think there was quite a bit of sloppiness from Man City that they could have done far better on the day, but I just believe the energy from the Chelsea fans spurred them on. And even though they never got the 3 points, which they fully, I think, deserved, unfortunate deflection from Thiago Silva letting in Rodgers' goal. But I must say that Chelsea looks to be starting to change the momentum of their season. And it's good to see because always, as much as we have the banter, it's always good to see our traditional clubs, traditional top four clubs in the mix. It's not good to just be City and Liverpool all the time. You know what I mean? Which is just the last 4 years. As much as I know that my club is a brilliant club, I like to beat them when they're on their high. I don't like to see the clubs in decline the way they are. But yeah, that rounds out week 12 of the Barclays Premier League. Look out for my predictions for week 13 as a Liverpool go to the Etihad. I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in to the Ball and Breakfast podcast. Later. Goal!